Distance and displacement are not just theoretical concepts studied in physics classrooms. They have countless practical applications in our daily lives: engineering, transportation, robotics, navigation, and many other scientific fields. Understanding where each quantity is used helps us appreciate why both are important and why they cannot be used interchangeably. Whenever we want to know how much path an object has traveled, we use distance. Distance measures the actual length of the path followed, regardless of direction. One of its most common applications is in speed calculations. Since speed is defined as the total distance traveled divided by the time taken, distance is an essential quantity whenever we calculate how fast a car, train, bicycle, or athlete is moving. Vehicle speedometers and odometers also rely on distance. An odometer records the total distance a vehicle has traveled over its lifetime by continuously adding the length of the path covered. Distance is also widely used in sports and athletics. In marathon races, running events, cycling competitions, and swimming contests, the official race length is always measured as distance because it represents the actual path that participants must complete. Whether the route is straight or curved, every meter traveled contributes to the total distance. Another important application of distance is in road maps and travel planning. When planning a journey between two cities, navigation systems calculate the total road length that vehicles must travel. This distance includes every road, curve, intersection, and highway along the route. Similarly, airlines, shipping companies, and logistics services use travel distance to estimate fuel consumption, transportation costs, and travel time. Displacement, on the other hand, has a completely different purpose. Instead of measuring the entire path traveled, displacement measures the overall change in position from the starting point to the ending point. Because displacement includes direction, it is a vector quantity and plays a vital role in many branches of physics and engineering. One of the most important applications of displacement is in velocity calculations. Velocity is defined as displacement divided by time, not distance divided by time. For example, if a car travels 70 meters east in 1 second, its velocity is 70 meters per second east. The direction is an essential part of the answer because velocity is a vector quantity. Displacement is also fundamental in the study of projectile motion. When analyzing the motion of a football, a cricket ball, or a rocket, physicists are interested in how far the object's final position is from its starting position. The curved path followed by the object is less important than the overall displacement between launch and landing points. Modern GPS positioning systems also rely heavily on displacement. Satellites continuously determine the position of a receiver on Earth by calculating its change in position relative to known reference points. Although navigation apps display the road distance you need to travel, the GPS itself determines your location using displacement. In the field of robotics, robotic arms and autonomous machines use displacement to move precisely from one position to another. The control system calculates how much the robot's endpoint must change in position rather than simply measuring the path traveled. Displacement is equally important in satellite motion and space science. Scientists analyze how satellites move relative to Earth by tracking their displacement. Even if a satellite completes one full orbit and travels thousands of kilometers, its displacement becomes zero whenever it returns to its original position, because the initial and final positions are identical. Engineers also use displacement extensively while designing bridges, buildings, machines, and mechanical structures. They study how far different parts of a structure move under applied forces. Measuring displacement helps engineers predict deformation, ensure safety, and improve structural performance. A simple way to compare these two quantities is to remember that distance measures the actual path traveled, while displacement measures the overall change in position. Distance is mainly used whenever the total journey matters, such as calculating speed, measuring road lengths, recording vehicle mileage, planning travel, or organizing sports events. Displacement is used whenever direction and the final position are important, such as calculating velocity, analyzing projectile motion, controlling robots, determining GPS positions, studying satellite motion, and solving engineering problems. The key idea is that distance tells us how far an object has traveled, whereas displacement tells us where the object finally ends up relative to where it started. Both quantities are essential, but each serves a different purpose. Choosing the correct one depends entirely on the situation and the physical quantity being calculated. This final memory trick will help you remember the difference between distance and displacement in just a few seconds, especially during exams. Many students confuse these two concepts because both measure motion, but one simple idea can eliminate that confusion forever. Think of the letter D in distance as standing for detailed path. Distance measures the complete path an object actually travels. Every turn, every curve, and every part of the journey is counted. It doesn't matter whether the object moves in a straight line, follows a winding road, or changes direction several times. Distance simply adds the entire path traveled. Since it only tells us how much ground was covered, it is a scalar quantity, meaning it has magnitude only and no direction. Now think of the letter D in displacement as standing for direct path. Displacement completely ignores the actual route. Instead, it draws one straight arrow from the starting point directly to the ending point. It measures the shortest straight line change in position and always includes direction. Because direction is required, displacement is a vector quantity. A simple way to remember this is distance follows the road, while displacement follows the arrow. If the path is curved, winding, or zigzag, that entire route represents the distance. The straight arrow connecting the start and finish represents the displacement. Another easy memory trick is to remember that distance counts every turn, whereas displacement connects only the start and the finish. If you imagine traveling through a city with many curves and intersections, distance measures every road you drive on, while displacement is simply the straight line from your starting location to your destination. For exams, remember these quick rules. Distance equals detailed path. Displacement equals direct path. Distance counts every meter traveled. Displacement ignores the path and depends only on the initial and final positions. Distance is always a scalar quantity, while displacement is always a vector quantity. The easiest sentence to memorize is distance means detailed path and displacement means direct path. If you remember just this one line, you will rarely confuse these two quantities again. So whenever you see a curved road, immediately think distance. Whenever you see a straight arrow joining the start and end points, immediately think displacement. This simple memory trick is one of the fastest ways to answer distance and displacement questions correctly in physics exams. This quick revision brings together everything you need to remember about distance and displacement before an exam. These are two of the most important concepts in mechanics, and understanding the difference between them makes topics like speed and velocity much easier to understand. Distance is the total path traveled by an object during its motion. It is a scalar quantity, which means it has only magnitude and no direction. Distance is always positive or zero because it measures the actual length of the path traveled. It depends on the complete route taken by the object and is always greater than or equal to the magnitude of displacement. Distance becomes equal to displacement only when the object moves in a straight line without changing direction. If an object returns to its starting point, the distance is still greater than zero because a path has been traveled. Displacement, on the other hand, is the shortest straight line change in position from the starting point to the ending point. It is a vector quantity, so it has both magnitude and direction. Displacement depends only on the initial and final positions, not on the actual path taken. Its value can be positive, negative, or zero, depending on the chosen direction. If an object returns to its starting point, the displacement becomes zero because there is no overall change in position. A simple exam checklist can help you remember these ideas. Whenever you see total path traveled, think distance. Whenever you see the shortest straight line path, think displacement. If the quantity has no direction, it is distance. If direction is required, it is displacement. Remember that distance can never be negative, while displacement can be positive, negative, or zero. Another important point is the relationship between these quantities. Distance is always greater than or equal to the magnitude of displacement. The actual path traveled can never be shorter than the straight line path between the start and end points. Equality occurs only when motion is along a straight line in one direction without any turning or reversing. These concepts also form the basis of two important formulas in mechanics. Speed is calculated by dividing distance by time, while velocity is calculated by dividing displacement by time. This is why speed is associated with scalar quantities, whereas velocity is associated with vector quantities. The most important rule to remember is distance measures the actual path traveled, while displacement measures the direct change in position. If you understand this single difference, you will be able to solve most motion problems correctly and build a strong foundation for all future topics in mechanics.